Hi everybody at University of Illinois. Hello to all the Deltas. Thank you so much for asking me to do this video for you. First, let me tell you a little bit about me. One, I am a soror, so hello to all of my sorors. I am so excited to be speaking with the best sorority in the world, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And I'm also an alumni. So I graduated from the University of Illinois in 2011 from the College of Business in undergrad, and I double majored with marketing and business management. From there, I've worked in marketing my entire career. So I started interning at L'Oreal USA in New York, and I got that internship through a great program called Management and Leadership for Tomorrow, also known as MLT. After that, I got a job with Coca-Cola, and I worked in Orlando, Florida, Miami, Florida, and Atlanta, Georgia, all with that organization. In Atlanta is where I started my brand, Average Black Girl, and then I shortly thereafter moved back to the Chicagoland area to really focus. Average Black Girl is a marketing resource center for small to medium-sized businesses. You can browse our over 200 blogs and figure out how to do it yourself, a lot of the different things that you need as a business. Or you can go ahead and take my courses. My main signature course is called Marketing Makes Sense, and we just show different individuals how to monetize their marketing strategies, because if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. And lastly, I am also the project manager, marketing project manager for the hair company Thank God It's Natural, also known as TGIN. So now that you guys know a little bit about me, let's get into personal branding and what it is and why I'm talking to you guys about it now. So I was actually asked to speak about personal branding. So I'm going to touch on not only some branding tips, but I'm going to touch on where you guys can get great templates for resumes. And lastly, I'm going to touch on LinkedIn. So personal branding is essentially the ongoing process of establishing a prescribed image or impression in the mind of others about an individual, group, or organization. Now, a lot of times when I talk to people and they're figuring out their personal brand, they get confused. They're like, I do so many different things, I don't know what to pick. So I say this: yes, I know that you are multifaceted, and yes, I know that you are a Jack or Jill of all trades, but start with 3 things. And I say start with 3 things because if I'm just meeting you, I'm not going to remember all 5, 6, or 7 things that you are good at or that you are doing. But I will remember 1 to 3. And so when I am looking for a marketing person, I'm going to remember the person that said that they do marketing. If I'm looking for someone that is trying to be a scientist and help with mixing in the lab, I'm going to remember that. But I'm not going to remember the person that did everything. You're not going to come top of mind to me. So you want to really figure out who and what you are. And I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, if I pick something right now, I can't change. No, you can always evolve, but start there. If you look at any major brand, people always start with something and then they expand. Look at Rihanna. Rihanna started as being a singer, but she's making more money with her beauty brand. But she had to build her clout, build her cult-like following, build who she was first, and then do it. She didn't start off singing and having a clothing line and having a beauty line. No, she started out with one thing, did that really well, and then expanded. And so you can do the same. So that is number 1. Number 2, I really want to give you guys some stats. So 92% of recruiters use social media to find high quality candidates. So they're already there looking for you. So if you know that stat, what do you need to do to fix that? To combat that stat, I would private or have it for friends only, whatever you feel like, hey, I wouldn't want this on a billboard. Next, go ahead and buy your domain name of your name. If people are going to be Googling you, give them what they want to find. Then they'll stop. But if I am Googling you and I can't find anything, I'm going to keep searching and keep searching. And if I keep searching and I might find something that I don't want, or that you don't want to find, or that we both don't want to find. So that's the importance of having a own personal website. I have my own personal, DanielleAMitchell.com. And again, because it was just my name, the domain was not that expensive. And I just have really stuff that I'm okay with sharing. I talk about beauty products, I have my resume, I have my experiences, I have a whole portfolio up there, and I'm just guiding people to where they want to find. And once they look and find that, they're not looking any further. Same thing with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is great because 45% of LinkedIn users make over $75,000. So that is something that you want to get into if you're looking for a job, looking for a new job, looking to connect with HR people. There are so many ways that you can connect utilizing LinkedIn. And it's really a way for us to not have that glass ceiling, right? You don't really have to know the person to pitch or to talk to the person. 46% of job candidates are denied jobs because they posted provocative or inappropriate photographs or information. And 48% of job candidates are denied jobs because they posted information about them drinking or using drugs. So I'm just saying that these are stats that are being affected by everyone. So I'm not saying what you can do or what you don't need to do. That's for you to determine, but these are stats. And so not everybody just needs to know your business, period. And so I want you guys to think about that. The next thing I want to talk about is, what are your non-negotiables? What are you good at and what are you not good at? What motivates you? What do you like and what don't you like? Be honest with yourself and set realistic expectations, right? Some non-negotiables for one person may be different for someone else. A perfect example would be when you're posting on Instagram. Some people are I don't want to show anything below the knee. I only want, maybe covered photos. Some people I want or don't care about posting bikini photos, right? The main thing that no one is doing is posting nudity, right? That's a big, regardless of what you're okay with, we're not going to cross that line. Why? Because you will get banned. There are different rules and regulations, but I'm not going to do that. I may have a different non-negotiable what is appropriate and not appropriate for me and my brand than for somebody else, but we still have a distinct line. So you figuring out what your non-negotiables are may be completely different than how it's going to be for somebody else in the room or all of your friends. And that's okay. But I need you to decide what that is and what that isn't, because as you go out into the world, different people will push you. Same thing with work-life balance. Some people will respond to emails at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., right? Thinking that they're getting it done and they're really becoming that great employer. But what you are doing is you are setting boundaries that you don't have work-life balance and people can reach out to you at all hours of the night. So for some people in some industries, that's standard and that's normal and that's what you have to do. And for some people, that's what you don't. And it's up to you to figure out, what is that balance for me? What am I willing to sacrifice? What am I willing to bend? And for some people, it's not a big deal. Maybe you can work from home more if you're responding to emails throughout the day. That's a balance, but that's up for you to decide what works for you. But once you know what that is, it'll be so much easier when you are deciding what kind of jobs you want, what kind of careers are okay with you, what kind of situations you're comfortable with, everything. So know that and be okay and comfortable with what you're doing. So now I want to get right back into what I really want to talk about, which is where you can get your resumes. So a lot of times people are coming up with resumes and they're going on YouTube or going on Google and they're downloading sample resumes. And those resumes are great. That's a great first start. The next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you are getting an up-to-date template. You can go and get an up-to-date template from two places, Creative Market or Etsy. And you can download them and you can find something that fits your industry and then your style. What you want to stay away from when you're doing resumes is posting your address, You want to stay away from that because of one of two reasons. One, if you're uploading to Indeed and Monster, identity theft does happen. But two, a lot of times people can be prejudiced. If they feel like you are too far from the job, they may not bring you in for the interview. And that's up to you to decide if you want to do an hour or an hour and a half or even 2 hours commute. That's up to you. So don't take that opportunity away from you by posting your address. The next thing is you want to take away your image picture. Sometimes I see people posting their pictures on resumes. I would take that away just because you never know. Recruiters are human, and humans have their own individual prejudices. And so you don't want someone to pick you or not pick you based on how you look or how they perceive you are based off of your photo. So I would remove that. Now back to LinkedIn. LinkedIn for me is bae. And it's because I feel like this is how you can basically corporate stalk, right? So say that you want to work at Pinterest and you go online and you're like, there's no phone number for Pinterest. But I know that there's a Chicago Pinterest account. What do? You can use this tool called LinkedIn Helper, which is a Google Chrome extension, and you can say, hey, I want to connect with all of the Pinterest, like employees that work in Pinterest, and it will collect all of the people that work at Pinterest. Then you can send an automated invitation with a email message. So you can say, hi, first name, I'm looking to connect with individuals that work in Pinterest in the Chicagoland area. It will then message automatically for you. Once they start accepting, then you can go and respond back and say, hey, I would love to know about the culture. I'm about to graduate. Do you have 15 minutes of your time that we can get on the phone? Once you're on the phone, you're good because you can sell yourself. I know that you're smart, and I know that you know yourself, and I know that you know how to speak. So once you get there, you're good. But getting from nowhere to somewhere, that is where you can connect with people. And trust me, a lot of people are not utilizing LinkedIn to the fullest. So you may be one of the only people reaching out to that person. Same thing if you've applied for something. You've applied to a position at, let's say, Google, and you know the specific position or industry or silo, that department that you were looking for. You can then add people in that department. And you can go even one step further and figure out who was the administrative assistant in that department. What I normally do is I will go and connect with the administrative assistant, hop on the phone with them, tell them what I'm trying to do, and then they'll basically book me a one-on-one session or a 15-minute chat with whoever I need to work with. And administrative assistants are amazing. They're amazing because they know who's mean, who's nice, who's open to talk to somebody, who's not, and they have access to their calendar so they can literally book you. And so I know I was given a small amount of time to talk to you guys. I want to leave you with this. Networking is one letter away from not working. Now that we've connected, I am definitely a resource for you. You guys can reach me at Danielle@averageblackgirl.com. I have a resume course and I have a LinkedIn course for you guys if you guys are interested in purchasing that. But I also have a free course for everyone that I'm giving called Turn Your Traffic into Money. And I have given these links to Leslie. Or you can go to my website, averageblackgirl.com, and go to courses and you will see everything there. I hope this was informative, and if you guys have any questions, please, I am an alumni from U of I. I'm here to extend a hand back. If you have any questions, let me know. But I'm so excited for you. Be excited for your future. And yes, happy networking. Let's go get it.